We are going live, good people. Just a few more minutes. I think we'll be Facebook Live. It's taking a minute. I think we're there. I think we're Facebook Live, right? This meeting is going to let somebody in. So it is 6:30, and thank you everyone for being here to the Pine Hills Community Council monthly meeting. We're going to call this meeting to order at 6:30. So we're going to open up with a prayer and a pledge of allegiance. And I see Pastor Joey. Is Pastor Joey still on the line? Pastor Joey was on the line a few minutes ago. He was trying to connect.
Yes, I'm here.
Pastor Joey, would you open up in prayer for us, please?
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, Lord, we thank you for this time that we can be here together to bring the community together, to speak on issues of the community, to learn, God, and to God, just do what your will is for this community. We thank you for every person. We thank you for every leader. We thank you for every resident and everyone partnering, God, to make this community beautiful and great. And Lord, I just pray, God, as we go through this meeting, God, that your will be done and you be with us in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. Thank you. Thank you very much. So let me share the let me share this right here, the Pledge of Allegiance. I just pulled this thing up. Okay. Let's do the Pledge of Allegiance, please. Pastor Joey.
Yep. I pledge allegiance
Thank you.
to the flag of the United States of America
and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Pastor Joey, and thank you for the Pledge of Allegiance. Again, welcome everyone to our Pine Hills Community Council meeting, our monthly meeting. For those who are signing on for the first time, Pine Hills Community Council is the leading advocating organization in this area that advocates on the behalf of the resident in the Pine Hills community for the public safety, public health, social justice, political justice, and we bring awareness and educational resources to our residents in this Pine Hills area. We've been around for about 50 years. We're a 501c4 civic, nonpartisan organization. And thank you tonight for joining in with us. We go through our housekeeping and then we're gonna come up with our minutes. Bettina, let me see if I can do this thing here right. I had this share screen. Try this one more time. I have everything on here but what I want. And how about that? One more time. It's right here. But that's what I want to see. Leave this up. You know what? I'm not having success with this today. So did any of the board member have an opportunity to look at the minutes?
Yes, I did.
Okay,
Yes,
thank you, Ms. Was there any corrections to the minutes?
None seen.
Thank you, Ms. Van. So can we accept the minutes?
I make a motion that we accept the minutes as printed.
Yes, but this not, okay, thank you, thank you. Can I get a second?
I'll second.
Second by Ms. Sandra. So all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Good, good, thank you. Now, Ms. Van, do you have the treasury report in front of you?
Yes, I do.
Thank you very much, because I'm having a little difficult pulling these things up today. So just go to the treasury report, please. Thank you.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. Good evening, everyone. The dues that we received for the month of May was $210. And we had income from others, and that's basically for the hobnob, which was $2,647.89. Our total income for this month was $2,857.89. Our expense for the month, we had where we paid for the Evans Teacher Appreciation which is $250. We paid $20 for using the library, the Orange County Library on Hiawassee for the Hobnob Planning Committee. And also the president wrote certificates that we passed out on Evans Awards ceremony, which was $12.76. So our total expense for this month was $282.76. And so as of May, our total operating funds is $11,081.64. Our total savings that is in Chase is $1,625.42. Our total savings that is in SunTrust is $7,784.21. And our total funds on hand is $20,491.27. Are there any questions?
Connecting classroom 112 called out for help.
No question. Okay,
Madam President, that concludes my report.
thank you. So can we get a motion to accept the treasury report?
I make a motion to
Okay,
accept the treasurer's report. Bertina.
Bettina, is there anyone seconding the report?
Shay Smith, second.
Thank you, Shay, for joining us. Shay's a member, so she can second the report. Thank you, Shay, for joining us. Shay is with the a union, and they are a member of the council as well. So thank you, Shay, for being here tonight. The president report will be a short report. I'm going to ask everyone, first of all, if you're not speaking, to please mute your line so we don't have that interference coming in. So if you're not speaking, to please mute your line. And I'm also ask you, if you while you're on Facebook, go ahead and share this. Go to our council Facebook page and share this conversation tonight. So let's go in and share this to your Facebook page so others will be able to hear what's going on. Our report is just briefly, my report is just briefly, is to talk about what Ms. Van just said. For the month of May, the council was very engaged. We was a part of Evans High School Scholarship Night. We awarded a $1,000 scholarship to a young lady, Grace C. Marino. So we awarded her a $1,000 scholarship. Every year the council award a scholarship, and we did that in May. We also, like Ms. Van said in the report, we supported Evans High School Teacher Appreciation Week. And then we were also participated with the Orlando Realtors, Regional Realtor Association, where they distributed 600 fans through the Pine Hills area. And so that's my report for tonight, because I want others to give their report and give the speaker time to come on at 7 o'clock. But I also I want to, out of respect the elected officials or any of the representative that's on the line. Is there any elected officials on the line? Is there any representative on the line from the elected officials?
Hi, Landra Warmack here from the Office of Orange County Tax Collector Scott Randolph. Good evening.
Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. This is Peggy Gustav with the Office of Congresswoman Val Deming. It's always a pleasure to be here. Thank you so much again.
Thank you.
Artina Green with Representative Camilla Browns. Good to see everybody.
Thank you for being here. Is that it? Okay, I'm having difficulty. So we're going to move on with the report with our partners. The Orange County Sheriff Department is on the line. Thank you, Orange County Sheriff Department. It's on you. Orange County Sheriff Department.
I apologize. I had some technical difficulties. Hi, everyone. I'm Deputy Travis. I'm Deputy Travis Radigan with the Orange County Sheriff's Office. I'm the Special Projects Deputy for the Sector 3 area, which encompasses most of Pine Hills. As of now, I don't have any noticeable crime trends to report to you. I will just continue to encourage the community to lock their doors and make good decisions as far as what you're doing when you're out in the community.
Okay. Anybody else? Deputy Lauren? Is he still on the line? Deputy Lawrence, you have a report to make? You're on mute, Deputy Lauren.
Well, how about now?
Yes, better.
Okay, I apologize. I would just like to echo what he just said. This is my first time being here, and thank you for having me.
Okay. Thanks for being here. So we got a few more minutes before we come on at 7. Jeff, you want to talk about what you was going to talk about from links?
Yep, so bear with me half a second, because like I said, I'm on the computer and on the phone, so bear with me half a second here.
So do I need to make you co-host so we can share the screen?
Give me just a second. I don't know if you need to or not.
Okay.
No, it'll let me share screen, so.
I'm gonna make you co-host for now.
Okay, or I can just share screen. You don't need to make me co-host if you don't want to. Either way.
Okay.
So, okay, there. Oh, wait, yeah, actually you do. I'm sorry, it says, yep. Host
Right.
disabled. Yep. So, just let me know. Okay.
Someone just joined in.
Yes, it's Commissioner Moore.
Okay. Thank you for joining us, Commissioner Moore. We're getting ready to get Jeff to give his presentation. Did you want to say anything tonight?
I did. Thank you so much for the opportunity. 2 things. On Saturday, June 25th at the Bridges Center, the Community Action Board and myself, we're hosting a community county basic services morning, and there'll be booths and folks participating from the Housing Division, from the Community Action Board, highlighting all the different services that are available to citizens. So that is Saturday, June 25th, 8 in the morning till 11. And there will be some raffles for giveaway gifts. And so that again is the 25th. And then I wanted to thank Patricia particularly, and Ann Hill Mitchell and many of the others. We had about 75 people. Mayor Demings came last Saturday for the Clark-Conocoe cleanup. And the weather kind of got a few things in neutral. We didn't paint because of the impending rain, which actually never came. So we will be back out there this Saturday from 8 to 10 at Clark-Conocoe. We'll be painting 2 walls and doing a little weed whacking. If anyone could come, please let my staff know. We still had some trash. We would like to really go from the Powers Drive section all the way down to Hiawassee and back and try to get that trash picked up. But they're welcome to come paint, or we're weed whacking the other end, some of the lots that are overgrown. But again, thank you. It was a big success, and I thank you everyone who helped.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name. If you could put your name and your information. I believe you said you're from the Bridge Center. Is that correct?
This is Commissioner Christine Moore.
Okay, and you're working with the Bridges, correct? For this event for June
Yeah.
30th? Okay.
I'm working with
perfect.
the Community Action Board with LaVon Williams.
Perfect. Can you put that information in the chat box so that I can participate in that, please?
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Commissioner.
You're welcome.
Okay. So Jeff, I need to make you co-host again.
Well, I'm co-host, but it shows I'm co-host, but it shows still that it says host disabled participant screen sharing.
I did that.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's try this again, because I
Okay.
make you co-host. I want to, okay, make you co-host. Do you want Jeff to be co-host of this meeting? Yes. So let's see what happened this time, Jeff.
Okay. It's still saying that screen sharing is disabled.
I don't know why. I hope that's not the case.
Well, no worries. I mean, if we're able to get it up there, that's great. I've got the 2 maps, but if not, I can just verbally talk through it. So thanks, Patricia, though, for letting me join on this. Haven't been at the past few meetings because really haven't had any major updates. We've been in permitting, but wanted to give some good news and a little background. So links.
Jeff, hold on, because you on 2.
Yeah,
You
I'm
twice.
on. Oh, you
So
know
I
what?
just,
So the Jeff one, no. Jeff Riney, yes.
okay, I just did Jeff Rainey.
Yep. There we go.
Trying
Sorry
to
about
trick me,
that.
Jeff. Okay,
No, I am.
thank you.
Yeah.
Got 10
So
minutes, Jeff.
not a problem. It won't take that long.
Good,
So,
thank you.
let me make sure you can. So can everybody see that?
No, it's real tiny.
Okay, let me try and blow it up some. How about now?
Nope, it's the same size.
Oh, is it the same size? Okay. I'll stop sharing on it and I'll talk through it instead.
Okay, sorry about that. Okay.
No, don't. That's okay. So Lynx actually purchased the property at Belco and Silver Star just south of the Urban League, the 6 acres there. So and north of the gas station. So we worked with the community throughout this to do some community-led design on it. So what our project will be is the transfer center there. We'll have a full access light at Belco and Silver Star. We're reconstructing Belco Drive and widening it all the way over to Pine Hills Road. And we're working with Orange County Public Works on that. The transfer center itself will have 8 bus bays that can hold up to 60-foot buses, 2 bays to hold the neighbor link and the paratransit for disabled. It'll actually also have some trailhead parking and some additional parking. We've got what we're calling a festival area, which is kind of overflow parking for the Urban League. As well, we will actually also have a portion of the Pine Hills Trail will pick up here from the south side to the that's currently in place to the north side, and then we'll continue that along the north side of Belco Drive, and then tie that in with the future portion of the Pine Hills Trail that's in the works with Orange County right now on the east side of Pine Hills Road. One of the things we worked with the community on, we actually did some work with Sandra and her group and got the students involved in terms of what they wanted to see. We had a couple of charrette meetings, design meetings with the community over at Evans High School. So we're going to end up with a canopy similar to what Lynx Central Station has. We'll have digital signage, CCTV, a rain garden in terms of instead of just basic drainage. We'll actually have an initial Lynx service building. We're approved up to 50,000 square feet, but we'll have a building that initially will have driver's restrooms, a driver's lounge. So because this is a major hub for where 8, 9, 10 bus routes all come together. It'll also have a window for security and potential customer service. So we'll have all that in place. One of the things that I have to do is give credits to our commissioner and to Orange County staff and DOT and Duke. This is one of these projects where you have everybody involved. Duke has the power line easement. Parks had given us money towards the trail. Orange County has partnered with us for in-kind services for construction services and that. They're also contributing and matching some DOT dollars for some of this. So it's got multiple funding sources we put all together. So it just goes to show when we all come together as a unit and a unified group, that what we can get done. Some of the stuff that kind of held us up is, during COVID, a lot of projects were just put on hold, and Lynx was getting CARES Act money for continuing service and keeping that in place. So some of that just kind of slowed our timeline down. But like I said, everything that could, permitting wise, that could drive a cost on this has been resolved. So that gives us the ability to put this out in the street. And like I said, I'll come back at a future meeting. In the next week or two here, we'll have those plans loaded up and get it out on the street. But I'll come back with what the procurement timeline's looking. So like I said, no more longer am I saying that we're waiting on permitting. We're done with permitting. And like I said, now it's just going through our internal processes to get it out on the street. And the beauty of it is our board approved us going out to bid a year ago. So that way, when we were ready, we didn't have to wait until next month to go to the board. So like I said, I want to give thanks to the people who I've been through on this project since the beginning, and all the new folks on here as well. Want to give full credit to the Pine Hills community for standing by Lynx on this and with you guys' patience, because without community partners, like I said, from the government and from the private sector and all of you guys, we wouldn't be where we are with this project. So we're going to have one doozy of a groundbreaking is all I have to say.
Okay.
When it's ready to do. And we're going to have one doozy of a ribbon cutting as well, about 12 or 14 months later. So that's just my update. And like I said, I'll work on something more formal for the next time.
Okay. Thank you, Jeff, because you have been a faithful partner with the Pine Hills Community Council. You know, so thank you for staying with us as a partner and continue to give us update. Does anyone have any questions for Jeff? No questions for Jeff. Okay. So
And Patricia,
yes,
the only
sir.
other thing that I just wanted to share as well, though, is thanks to the leadership of excuse me. I'm actually serving on the NID as well. So
that's right.
Wanted to just pass that on. So like I said, everybody's always welcome to those NID meetings to bring their concerns there, but you can also bring any links, concerns. I've been working with some of the community members here that are on this call. You guys can always get a hold of me through my work email and my work cell phone number. So we know there's some other issues going on out there, and we're working on actively just to make sure we're staying on top of that. So like I said, we got 2 avenues there, the NID, or like I said, my normal links email. So
yes, and thanks, Jeff, because I know I have been sending you pictures and sending you updates when I see the overflowing the trash baskets next to the Lynx bus stop. Yep. And you get right on it. So again, thank you for being a community partner, for being concerned about Pine Hills and taking actions to help us work in the direction that this council is working in. So thank you very much, Jeff. Okay.
Thank you.
So we're going to, yes, we're going to do that to the end, Sandra. Thank you. So we're going to come into our speaker time, Miss Lynette Jackson. I'm just going to say a little bit about Lynette. She's a hometown Floridian. And what she likes to say is, no matter how big or small, Lynette's daily mantra is to make it a great day with passion and on purpose. In her community, she is seen as a resource and a go-getter person. She either has the solution or knows someone who does have the solution. Lynette has over 16 years of banking experience with Chase and over 20 years experience in financial services. As a community manager, she assists people with making the most of their money so that they can make the most of their lives. I forgot to tell you that Lynette is the community manager, the vice president, community manager of our JPMorgan Chase Bank at the Pine Hills branch location. She has received numerous awards in profitability. She is a 5-time national achiever and has received the One Chase Award for outstanding performance and partnership excellency. She believes in having an impact and driving change in lives of others. As a proclaimed community builder, she received the Community Service Award for her service in Central Florida area. Lynette finds joy and compassion from helping others and is involved with several community boards and organizations, and she's a mentor and life coach to young girls. One of her favorite nuggets of advice is to always wear a smile. It doesn't cost a thing, and return is priceless. Thank you, Lynette, for joining us. Again, I can't thank you and Chase enough for being a partner with the Pine Hills Community Council. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, co-host. I just mute you. I'm sorry. Unmute yourself, Lynette. I just mute you. My mistake.
That's
there
okay.
We go.
You gotta love technology.
Yes, I'll make you co-host, but go ahead, Lynette. Start again. Thank you.
No, thank you so much for allowing me the opportunity to share tonight. And it's a pleasure to be with the organization and seeing some familiar faces and some that I've never met before, but I'm looking forward to rolling up my sleeves and getting in the dirt with you. So thank you so much for this opportunity. So we're gonna see if we can do the screen share tonight. Hopefully it works. If not, we can move forward and work through it. See what we got here.
I made you co-host, so it should work. Good. I'm gonna ask everyone to save their questions to the end, please. Here.
Okay, and of course, what I'm looking for is not here.
Is it working for you?
Not quite, but you know what? There's more than one way to skin a cat. I'm not sure who's skinning cats nowadays, but we're gonna move forward with it. So
I made you co-host. It didn't come up?
Not what I'm looking for.
Oh, yeah, you okay.
That's fine. We'll okay. That's fine. So
Okay,
basically
good.
what I wanted to share with you all this evening is about our $30 billion racial equity commitment. So first of all, I have to say that even though I've been with the company for many, many years, I am in a space that I can say that is truly, it's a godsend. It allows me to marry my purpose with my passion and my profession to make a huge difference in our community. And it's like when I wake up every day, it doesn't feel like I'm going to work. I thoroughly enjoy what I do. And just seeing the difference that it's making is just, that's just added value. So I'm thankful to be with this division. It's only been around for about 2 years now. And it kind of came out because of the racial unrest that we had in our nation, especially what happened with George Floyd. So as a firm, Jamie Dimon took it upon himself to say, look, we got to do something about this, and we have to be very intentional about it. So we've recently hired 150 people to do my job, basically. So there are 3 of us in Orlando right now. It's myself and it's Jean Martin, and we also have someone in the Kissimmee Osceola area by the name of Marco Cardenas. So the 3 of us, we call ourselves the boots on the ground, or since I'm a female, I say stilettos in the streets. So we are working with organizations like yourself to really get into the trenches to see what are the needs in our community. What is it that we think that we need, but we want to hear from you, really, what do we need? And the beauty in what I get a chance to do is I'm kind of like the quarterback. So when I meet with organizations like yours, the Pine Hills Community Council, and I talk to Sandra and I talk to Landra and even Deidre on the real estate side to say, these are our needs. And then again, I roll up my sleeves to find out, okay, who can help somebody with this? I know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody, even if it's not me directly. So I love being in this position to be able to help out our community. Along with this role, what we created are some community centers. So the Pine Hills branch is what we call our hub. And with that branch, if you have the desire to host a workshop, we can do that. We have a seating available for about 30 people. You know, with COVID, we kind of have to be a little bit more mindful. But if there's something that you want to do inside the branch, we call it our community center. We want to open the branch up, just not for banking, but to be able to host workshops. So if that's something that you decide that you would like to do, definitely come see me. We can see about making it happen. We have the technology in place to do so, and we welcome the community. That's what it's all about. Again, we want to go from community banking to community building, and we have our arms open wide, ready to embrace you. One of the things that I like about my role is that I get a chance to help our underbanked and our underserved community to close the racial wealth gap. So we do that through various means. So be it financial health education, so teaching about savings and budgeting, how you look at money, what are some of your influences, how do you think about it? Going from credit, let's talk about credit. Do you know that 40% of your credit score, 40% of your credit score is made up just paying your bills on time? And a lot of people don't even realize that. So we teach tips and nuggets to help you to get your credit score up. Then we also do workshops on home buying. So if you think about that you want to purchase a home, sometimes you don't even know where to begin. So we offer courses on that. Let's start from point A to point B. Once you get the house, once you close, once you get the keys in hand, and then what happens after that? We want to keep you in that house. And then for our entrepreneurs and our small business owners, we do one-on-one mentoring. So we have a senior business consultant that I partner with that we teach you for say 3, 6, 9 months, whatever the cadence is. And it's really up to you to decide. We help you with operational management, making sure that you have the right team, making sure that your accountant is working for you and he's actually doing what he says he's going to do. We help you with navigating cash flow. It's one of the big things that people say when they go to a bank is, I've applied, but I didn't get approved. Well, were you prepared properly? So we're going to help you with those tools to get you set and ready to go. So when that opportunity comes, you have a better chance of getting approved. And if your challenge is a little bit greater than what we can do on hand, we have partners in the community that can help you. We also work with CDFIs, so our community financial divisions that will help you with some of their resources. So we have Enterprise Florida, we have BBIF, we have Prospera. There are so many organizations that we work with outside of just what's inside the branch walls that we use as a resource to get you some access to capital. So there's so many things that we do in this space. But most importantly, we are just wanting to walk hand in hand and arm with our community and to make sure that we're really making a difference. So if there's something that I can do for you, something that you think that you're interested in, I always say, please come and see me, because you just never know what kind of tools and resources that we have out here that you may have never even thought of. So, and another thing that we've recently added, we have tools for our seniors. So we're teaching courses now for our seniors. Unfortunately, this is a very vulnerable population, and our seniors can be so trusting, unfortunately, in a lot of ways. So we have courses on how to look out for fraud, also watch out for senior abuse. You know, unfortunately, sometimes people can have the best intentions, but in turn, really have another thing in mind, and they're taking advantage of our seniors. There are some things now about online romances that happen with seniors. Well, someone might say, well, you know, I really want to get to know you, but I don't have the money. Can you send me the money and I'll come and see you? And that's a scam. And unfortunately, these are some of the things that are happening in our senior community. So we have courses that we teach on that as well. And the person that will teach the course, it's me. So I'll be in your face all the time, along with my partners as well. But it's just been a pleasure just to kind of just share with you the overview of our racial equity commitment. And I want to give you a little bit of some statistics on the reasons why we felt that this was important.
Good, good.
Check this out. So the median net worth for Black households is $24,000. Latino households is $36,000. And white households is $188,000. That's a huge disparity. And that's one of the reasons why we want to make sure that we close this racial wealth gap. Here's another one for you. 47% of Americans are spending more than or equal to their income. So we need to teach people how to budget, how to save. 36% of Americans are unable to pay all their bills on time. That's an issue. We want to help out with that. How about this one? 25%, there's a 25% lower rate for Black and Latinx families. There's a 30 percentage point gap between Black and white households, which is larger than it was in 1968 when housing discrimination was legal. So we have a huge problem now. It's greater than it was back in 1968. We want to do something about that. 50 million Americans are credit invisible and cannot access affordable loans. I'm sure our realtors out there can relate to that. And we want to be able to step in and help out to make sure that everyone's prepared for home ownership. We understand that the market right now can be a little bit more challenging, but when properties are available, we want to make sure that you're ready to go and that there are no issues with you getting that home of your choice. Under savings and credit, 28% of Black households are credit invisible versus 16% of white households. Here's another one for you. 40% of Americans don't have $400 in a savings account in case of an emergency. That's kind of sad. We need to do something about that. And what is considered as a good credit score? Some people have no idea. The range of a credit score ranges from 300 all the way up to an 850. So we say, okay, well, what's the sweet spot? Sometimes people say, okay, keep it 100, keep it 100. No, 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 no. When it comes to credit, you need to keep it 700 or above to have a better opportunity of having access to that loan that you want to get, that credit card even. So these are some of the things that we teach in our financial health education courses. And then under business lending, Black-owned businesses are the most likely to apply for bank financing, but get turned down 2 times as often. So again, these are situations that we want to try to address and help out our brothers and sisters get a hand up, not just a handout. So these are just some of the things that we do under our racial equity commitment. And of course, I can go even to greater detail. And if you want information, please feel free to contact me. If you think that you want some courses done for your church or for your community center, for your students, we have a curriculum for just about any and everybody. And I would love to share with you. So Ms. Patricia, thank you so much for this opportunity. I'm going to turn it back over to you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Are there any questions? Are there any questions from anybody?
Where are they located?
I'm right here in Orlando.
Where? What's the address?
I basically have car, will travel.
Oh.
I have a question. Lynette, I have a question. Do you go, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Do you actually take these courses into school
Yes.
settings?
So far, I've had the opportunity to teach at Edgewater High School and Apopka High School.
Okay, now I was going to ask you what level. Is that high school level, middle school?
Yes, high school level, yes.
High school, okay.
But we also have courses for middle school and elementary as well.
Okay.
And the way we do our course is just to let you know, we do it in a series. So I like to say I'm not a one-hit wonder. You're going to see me more than one time because we believe in building trust. So we have it in a series. So it's a build. So you'll have 3 or 4 classes that we have in a series.
Okay.
Let me come back again. I think a Bishop may have a question, but I'm gonna go back to that question. The young lady was saying, what is the address? And she's on Facebook and she just put it on Facebook, what's the address? But Lynette, you answered the question that you will come and visit where you,
yes.
But she wants to know where this bank is located. So I'm gonna answer her question. The bank, give the address for the Pine Hills address. It's on the corner of Pine Hills and West Colonia Drive. Is it 811?
Yeah, that sounds right. Yes, I always say it's in the shopping plaza with the Caribbean grocery store.
Yeah, I think it's
I would like to
811.
ask a question.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Bishop. She said, awesome. Okay, good. We asked her question.
I would like to make a statement. I'm Bishop Hutchins. I'm Bishop Hutchins of New Life Church here on Powers Drive, 3311, on our third Sunday, which is fun. And we will be celebrating at least 20 businesses in our community.
Oh, you're breaking up. Is it me or is he breaking up with everybody?
Bishop is breaking up.
All right. I'm just saying on June maybe I can get in a better position, but I'm asking.
It's better now. It's better now.
Speaker.
Okay.
Okay. I'm asking our speaker. I'm Bishop Hutchins, pastor of the United Church of God in Christ on North Powers Drive, between Indian Trail and Silver Star. I would like, on Father's Day, we are celebrating Juneteenth. I would like we're going to emphasize the businesses in our community on that Sunday at the proprietors and entrepreneurship. I would like for you to consider coming and emphasize the economic aspect of personal responsibility with the, I guess you would call it, what is it, financial training, financial education. So if you have the time, please call my office. That's New Life Church of God in Christ, 407-290-1467. And thank you for giving me this opportunity. I thought your speaker made some excellent points. Sometimes the greatest story is the one that's never been told. And what you're doing needs to be exposed. We have over 3,000 that are viewing us on live stream and several hundred to 1,000 that are viewing us every Sunday on YouTube. I would like to help get your message out and your availability to service our community.
Thank you, Bishop. I appreciate that. I'll definitely give you a call.
Thank you. Thank you.
I have a question. What time is the event on Sunday? With Bishop Hart?
Sunday event will be at 10:30. We start service at 10:30. It's worth your drive to come to a church that's alive.
Oh, thank you. Unfortunately, I'll be in church during that time.
Okay. Is there anyone else have any questions or comment for our speaker? Thank you so much.
I'm sorry, Patricia. I just want to say thank you to Lynette and Chase Bank for the impact that they're having on the community with the banking background. I understand that this message has needed to be taught for a very, very long time. So I just want to commend Chase on what they're doing in Central Florida. Much appreciated.
Thank you, Landra. Appreciate you.
And Lynette.
Come this way. I need to get a book out of my office.
I'm going to mute the bishop. And Lynette, I heard you say early on that your department, community manager, was initiated after the George Floyd incident. So I was trying to connect, you said, but still trying to connect how that came about. What specifically from the George Floyd incident that triggered? I'm trying to connect those two.
So there was so much going on during that time anyway. And I think corporations realized that they needed to jump in and to take on some responsibility. And we were intentional about that. And we understand that legacy building is important. Okay. And when a lot of times we always say that when people are doing bad things out here, it's not because they're bad people. It's not because they're bad people.
Very good.
Or
yeah.
When they put themselves in predicaments that they have to interact with the police. I know we have a deputy on the line, and I'm sure he can speak to that. It's not because it's something that they've wanted to do, but they've been placed in a situation where they feel like they have to do. So when you talk about passing a counterfeit $20 bill, what's the reason behind that? And a lot of times education is key, and we need to start early. I know for me personally, when I was growing up, talking about money and finances was not something that was done at the dinner table. That was just unheard of. And if it was talked about, it was, this is grown folks' business, get on out the kitchen or whatever the case may be. But these are conversations that we need to have with our children now. And even as an adult, a lot of things that I've learned, I'm thankful that I've learned because I've been in banking. Had I just had to just go on my own laurels, I probably wouldn't have the education that I have now. So I feel that it's my responsibility, and as a community builder, it's my responsibility to help those that need assistance. And it's one of those things where it's nothing to be embarrassed about, because you don't know what you don't know.
Yeah, it's true.
You don't know what you don't know.
I have a question, Ms. Jackson.
Yes.
The bold, it says the bold, that logo right there, is
Yes.
that connected to Chase, or is that something?
This is connected to Chase. So BOLD is one of our business resource groups that I'm a part of. And it's a leadership group intentional to help our Black employees to grow within the firm.
Oh, cool.
Oh, very good. Okay. I was gonna ask the same thing. Thank you, Deidre. I saw that bold, and that's the acronym that stands for.
Yes. Black Organization for Leadership Development.
Okay. And that's what Chase is doing.
Yes.
Very good. Okay. Are there any more questions, comments? We can move on. If not.
Hey, Patricia. Hi, Lynette. Thank you so much. I just want to echo Landra's comments and just thanking you for this vital information that's very much needed. One of the questions I'd love for you to touch on, because we're in such a housing crisis at this time, you spoke about programs and classes available towards home ownership. Can you tell us what role Chase is playing with that to ensure that Black and Brown communities are getting their fair share and getting into homes rather than continuing paying these exorbitant rent prices?
Well, we do have some grant programs that we have available now. One grant is for $5,000, and it's based on the address of the home. So specifically in certain areas, we have grants specifically for that area. And then there's some that have no restrictions at all. And for more information on that, I can definitely have one of my home lending advisors to get you some more information. And another thing we also have is our Chase Preferred Realtor program. So if you're a realtor and you want to be affiliated with Chase, we have a preferred realty program. Whereas if anyone's looking for a realtor and they're coming to us for the loan, we can recommend at least a good 3 realtors, and you make a choice. So you can be partnering with Chase as a realtor. So that's something that we do as well.
Wow, that's good. We got several realtors on the line. We got, like I say, Deidre,
right.
Pamela Cedaram, who's a part of the council and NID realtor. We got Melissa. And we have Erica. Erica was on here earlier. So that's great information. Thanks. That's a good question, Peggy. Thanks for asking that question. Yeah. Peggy,
and with these grants can also coincide with, I know Erica mentioned a grant earlier, so that these grants can work along with that as well.
Okay. So they need to reach out to you to become a
yeah, so I will get them in contact with the Chase Home Lending Advisor to put them in the program.
Okay.
So if you can send information to me, or if you have my information, please contact me.
Okay. That's good information to know. Anybody else? Dr. Nichols, I see your hand up. Thank you.
You are welcome. Yes, it is great information. Thank you so much, Lynette, for providing this insight for us tonight. I wanted to ask about, particularly with Pine Hills, dealing with a lot of homelessness in the area. And we're trying to figure out ways to support the resources for the individuals that we're having to try to work with Orange County to find some help for them. What is Chase, or what can Chase look at for providing support to support resources for these homeless individuals that we're having increased in the area?
So specifically, what are we doing? Well, we're definitely a part of several task force as far as affordable housing is concerned. So we have several resources out in the community for that. And I know that it's a process because you have to get the buildings to put them in. So we already are in the midst of doing that. Now, if you want to do like grassroots opportunities, we also have what we call a Good Works program, where employees are given resources, given actually 4 hours of paid time to go help out in the community. So if that's something that's a need where we just need to kind of go lock hands and try to help out, that's something that we can do as well. We encourage that.
And this program is called what now?
We call it our Good Works program. It's our volunteer program within the firm.
Good Wards?
Good Works, W-O-R-K-S.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Yes, excellent. We would love the opportunity to find out more about how we as a council, Pine Hills Community Council, work with Chase Bank to get that support, because we have many homeless individuals that are moving, either walking to the area or being bussed over or whatever it may be. We're seeing more of that, so we need some resources. So if you don't mind, is it possible you can put that information in the
Yes,
chat?
I left my email address, so if you would please reach out to me.
Okay, I see it. Thank you, Lynette.
Okay,
Appreciate
thank
it.
you. And
Yeah,
then we can schedule some time to talk offline. Absolutely.
Excellent. Thank you.
okay. Good question. That's a good program, a good works program. Sound like something what the state used to offer, but we only had an hour, maybe 2 hours a month to be able to render community service hours to a business or in the community or for mentoring. So this is really great. Like you say, 4 hours, this is a month or a year or what?
Yeah,
For the employee.
if they have the time to do it and we pay them for it.
Okay, perfect. That's good news. Any more questions? Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Good information. So I cannot, well, let's move on to our committee reports. We got we have several committees on the council. We have the Anti-Litter and Code Enforcement Committee, the Legislative Committee, the Education Committee, and the MLK Committee. So let's move on to our committee reports. Any Anti-Litter Code Enforcement, you want to give any updates?
Sure, thank you, Madam Rob. Basically, we've been very busy in the anti-litter and beautification and code compliance committee. Over the last couple of months, we've been working with our local and state government officials and to talk specifically about Pine Hills area's needs related to roadway cleanups, related to safety, et cetera. So there's been a lot of work done there and we're getting closer and closer. Hopefully you're seeing some of that happening in the area where the litter is being picked up more frequently on our state highways, meaning Colonial Drive, West Colonial Drive, Pine Hills Road, Silver Star, as well as Hiawassee and Power. So we've been focusing on that area. It's summertime, and like Lynette said, and I heard earlier with Jeff, is that education is the key. And that's the root cause of most anything that's happening. And we're working on a project with the Boys and Girls Club, myself, Patricia Rump, and Sandra with the United Foundation of Central Florida. We're going to be reaching out to the Boys and Girls Club, the Barnett Park. We have some dates already set with them to get in there and work with these elementary and middle school and high school students and talk to them about what littering is, recycling, reducing, just those things that will help in our community. And it also builds self-confidence, self-esteem. It builds civic responsibility. So all those things that we're looking at doing and developing our young people. The anti-litter summer adventure is coming at different locations very soon. And we're going to be bringing that educational piece to the table. We're really trying to start with those students and those kids at home. And then hopefully it will actually carry on at home, share with their parents about what littering is and how we can help our community.
Thank you, thank you. If you know any, I'm gonna piggyback on what Dr. Nichols just said as far as this summer thing that we're working with the Boys and Girls Club and the Barnett Bank, Barnett Park summer program. We've already set time with them, Barnett Park summer program. So if you have any youth that is needing community service hours, you know, especially they're in the 11th, 10th, 11th, 12th grade, that's gonna need community service hours. Let them reach out to us. Tell them about the Pine Hills Community Council. This is indoor volunteer. They can go inside and talk to the young kids in the air condition about anti-litter and the importance of keeping their community clean. So if you know any youth that needs some community service hours, have them reach out to us this week as soon as possible. So it'll be good for the younger people to see the step above them talking about anti-litter and keeping things clean. So thank you so much for that. Yeah, great work. Education and MLK.
All right,
Sandy?
thank you so much. I
You're welcome.
appreciate it. Thank you, Dr. Nichols, as always. It's just awesome working with you and the rest of the board, Madam Rump. I would like to say that on behalf of the Education Committee, that is something that's being done, what we did just mention with Dr. Nichols. That's part of the Education Committee. And you heard our president talk about the award that we did for $1,000 to a young lady at Evans High School.
Right.
And in continuing with my report under the Orange County MLK initiative, where there are two events that I'd like to speak about that's upcoming. The first one is the State of the County 2022, this Friday, June 10th. Networking begins at 8 a.m. and the program starts at 9 a.m. and that will be held at the Orange County Convention Center, West Building 320 in the Linda Chapin Theater. And that's 9800 I Drive, RSVP at www.orangecountyflorida.net. So that's the State of the County 2022 this Friday, June 10th. Networking 8 a.m. Program starts at 9 a.m. West Building at the Orange County Convention Center. The next event that's coming up under the Orange County MLK initiative is the Orange County Juneteenth celebration. And that's hosted by the one and only Monica May, Star 94.5 FM. That's Thursday, June 16th, 2022, from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. And it's on the lawn at 201 South Roslyn Avenue. And guess what, guys? You're encouraged to bring your lawn chairs, right? That's welcome. Then you can just sit out on the lawn and enjoy live entertainment, live music, local artists, free giveaways, and food trucks. So that's my report from education and under the Orange County MLK initiative. Thanks for your time.
Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you. I'm going to make two announcements that we're going to open up to the floor. Two very important announcements. The supervisory election has been sending out mailers to all the registered voters they started now in the next couple of weeks. So if you do not receive anything from the supervisory election, then your information is not active. It's very important to look for a mailer that's coming in the mail. It's in orange and yellow, orange and white, from Orange County Supervisor of Elections. Information, because things are changing. If you know, we just had the census, and every 10 years, when we do the census count, based on the population growth in Orange County, our county district lines are redrawn to equalize each county commissioner to have an equal amount of voters in their district. Our county commissioner is divided up in 6 districts. Each county commissioner, I think right now, has 230,000 or 240,000 voters in their district. So based on the population growth that occurred in Orange County, a lot of it occurred in Lake Nona area, and a lot of it occurred, I think, in Apopka area. So definitely Lake Nona. So based on the growth, the county commissioner had to redraw lines to make sure that one commissioner did not have 300,000 people to represent, and the other one only had 100,000. So what I'm getting at, your district and your voting area may have changed. So if you're getting information from the supervisory election, please read it. Spread the word to your neighbor. Definitely, if you live in Ocoee, your district has changed. So if you live in Lake Nona, your district has changed. But it's very important to look for this thing to come in the mail. If you don't receive anything within the next couple of weeks, then your information in the voter supervisor election is not updated. If you have moved, the post office cannot forward that to your new address. So if you have changed address, then you need to contact your supervisor of election and make that changes known. This is very important, people. We have an election coming up, August the 23rd. That's our primary, August the 23rd. So please keep that in mind. And speaking of elections, the Pine Hills Community Council is getting ready to have one of the major signature event, and it's called the People's Hobnob. And the Hobnob is an event where we invite the candidates that's running for office at the local, state, and federal level to come in and meet and greet, and you have an opportunity, the voters, to come in and talk to these candidates Right now, I know we got about 20 candidates that has signed up to be a part of this hobnob. Qualifying time for all the candidates that has put their bid in to run. They have to qualify at least by June next Friday at 12 noon. I'm sure after qualifying time, we'll have more candidates coming in to be a part of this hobnob. But the hobnob will take place July the 14th at the Central Florida Fairgrounds. We are looking for you to purchase a ticket. It's a reasonable ticket at $15. That includes your meeting the candidates, food, networking, or if you have an organization, you can purchase 10 tickets for $125. If you're a business, we're looking for you to help us sponsor this hobnob. But most importantly, be there July the 14th at the Central Florida Fairground. All of the board members here have tickets, or you could go on our website at pinehills.info, www.pinehills.info, and order your ticket from there. If you're a vendor and want to vend the table, contact me, go to our website and find out how you become a vendor at this hobnob. Don't miss the opportunity. So is there any questions? Then we can move on to the community for those that want to have a last minute final comments about the hobnob or about the voters thing.
Ms. Patricia, if I can just state the time, it's from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. at the Central Florida Fairgrounds.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Go to our website. There's information there. A great event. So, okay. I noticed, anyone have a comment, want to comment? I noticed Sandra introduced herself earlier as a candidate for Orange County Commissioner District 2. Is Rosemary still on the line? Rosemary? No, she dropped off. Okay. Anyone else have an announcement, wants to make an announcement before we close out? Thank you very much for y'all for joining us tonight. You can also become a member of the Pine Hills Community Council. Membership is help us do what we do here today. Athena, go ahead on. I see you're trying to speak. Athena?
Yes, I just wanted to let everybody know that Representative Brown is having a food distribution event on Friday at 9 o'clock at Barnett Park. And we're partnering with Farm Share. So it's from 9 until noon or whenever we run out of food.
And that's this Friday.
Correct. And the entrance is from the West Colonial Drive entrance to the park.
Okay. So y'all spread the word. And if you're not a member of the council, I want to encourage you to become a member of the Pine Hills Community Council. Membership dues is $20 a year for adults, $15 a year for seniors, $5 a year for students. And we are put our money back into the community. If you want to become this agency, just like the Orange County Tax Collector, become a member. There's organizations such as a lot of the realtors here on the line that's coming as a member. And then there's corporate sponsorship, such as Chase and Orlando Regional Realtor Association. There are corporate memberships. I appreciate that. But please go on the line and our website at pinehills.info and become a member of the council. And you help move the work forward in the community when you become a member. Are there any more comments?
Hey, Patricia,
Did I cover everything?
I did.
Yes, ma'am.
I did put the website in the chat box as well. It can be copied and opened up in another web browser.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Just quickly, Deputy, I know the last time you was on our call last month, we asked you all to check into that JPMorgan shopping center where all those tractor trailers were parking. I have seen a better, I've seen an improvement. Much improvement as far as not a parking lot full of those tractor trailers and the 18-wheelers and the whole trailer, and then making it very hazardous to maneuver through that JPMorgan parking lot. So I want to say thank you very much for taking care of that for us. Any, Ms. Van?
No, I would just say I just passed by there on Sunday and that it had 8 of those trucks.
I passed by that same day and I saw the same.
Yeah,
So,
it was
they have come back then. Okay,
Yeah.
thank you. They have come back. Okay, thank you for bringing that up because I passed by there and I didn't see any recently. Okay. Okay. Well, we will see you all next month. Same time, same place. And then we'll see you again on the 14th for the hobnob. Thank you very much for joining us tonight. It's 7:30, so we're out here early tonight. Thank you very much, everybody. Good night.
Good night.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Good night.
Bye-bye.